Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Victor Ebere, and in this video I will talk about how to clean data for the part 1. So part 1, data cleaning. So I'll use a very small data for this one. Then in the part 2 I'll use a much larger data. So for here we have this employer ID, name, department, salary, date and location. So I'm going to add location here. I'm going to type in now, give a space. You can see I'm giving a space here. You can type in France. Also give a space. You can type in UK. Give a space, type in let's say Lagos. Give random spaces. You can type in Spain. You can type in Angola. You can type in Lisbon. You can type in let's say Togo. Let's give a space in the Togo. And you can type in Ghana. You can type in let's say Denmark. You can see how this is scattered. Now let's leave it like that. Now the very first thing we're going to do is to split a column. Now we want to split this into what? Now this MR stands for, okay, let's change that to, here should be, okay, let's change that to MR. Let's change that to AC. What am I doing? This mark. Let's change that to AC 15. So this one SL sales, this one HR, this one to HR, this SL account HR, this one is account AC, this one is SL. So let it be that this AC stands for what? The account. And code is 154, and then the 154 can serve as the code, each person's unique ID. So the SL, let's say, serves as the sales, and then the 3445 serves as Jerry's what unique ID. Now let's say we want to split this into what? The department abbreviation AC and the code. So I want to see AC in one column, AC, SL, HR in one column, then the ID in another column. Now the very first thing I will do is I have to create a space where I'll put in what? 1540, 3445, 1012. So I'll select the entire B column, right click, then insert a space there. Good, I have a space here. So this is where 1540 will be. AC will not remain here. So what do? I'll go to what? Data. And I'll go to what? This guy you have here. Text to columns. And I'll click on it. Then what separates AC and 1540? Nothing. If this was AC, comma 1540, then I would have used what? A, comma. So what you see here is what? Delimited. Characters such as comma or tab separate each field. But then there is no comma separating what I want to separate. There is no comma, there is no tab, so it just fixed. So I'll click on what? Fixed width. Now fields are aligned in columns with spaces between each field. Now but there's no space here, so I'll still click on what? The fixed width. Then I'll click on next. Now you can see the length of AC, SL, HR, they are what? 3. Sorry, they are 2. So I'll go here. You can see this is the very first one. This is the very first line. The second one, that's where my arrow is. I'll click on. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake. Let's go back. I have to select my entire employer ID. I have to select this I have to first select this. Good. I have to first highlight what I want to split. Then I'll go back to data, then text to columns, then I'll go on what? Fixed width. Then next, then I'll come at this second small line here. If I click on it, you could see it demarcates it for me. It cuts across AC, SL, HR, HR. Then I click on next. Then I have a preview here. So this is how I want it to be. Then I click on what? Finish. Then you can see I've demarcated this. AC is here. All the department short forms are here, while the unique codes are here. So that's the first thing we will do now, to split columns that have no spaces. Okay, now let's work on this location. You see that they are scattered. France, they are not properly what? Aligned. Then on the next column, I will use what? The trim function. So I will say equal to what? Trim. I will open my brackets. So which text do I want to trim? I want to trim what? The text here, which is France, which is on G2. Close my bracket, and I'll hit what? Enter. So France is now trimmed. Now let's fill it up. Come down here and double click, so you can see they're all trimmed up. Now if I remove France, I can now delete this G column. But if I remove France here, this one is empty, because this function was what? Was referencing this cell. Now you can see trim G2. G2 is no longer having a value here. It's now empty. So let me do Ctrl Z. So I'll have what? France back. So now the issue with this is that if I remove this, if I remove any part of my G column, the H column is out. Now watch. Let me toggle on my formula bar. Okay. Now if I click on here on the formula bar, you're seeing France. If I click on here, you can see Spain. If I click on here, you can see Lisbon. But if I click on any part of here, you're seeing what? On my column H, you're seeing a formula. So that's the issue here. Now we're going to replace this from a formula to what? A normal. It should be just what? France, and not what? This equal to trim G2. So what I'll do is I'll highlight that entire H column. My cursor will be inside my column. Right click, and I'll click on what? Copy. My column will still be inside the H column. I'll right click, then I'll say what? Paste special. I'll click on paste 1, 2, 3, which is showing what? Values. Click on the paste 1, 2, 3, then click on it. Then hover around here, so this will stop. And then if I click here on France again, now I'm seeing what? France are no longer what? A formula. So I've pasted this as a value, not as a formula. Now if I delete France, you see this other one still stays. So now I can now delete my this column, the G column, and then call here location. So I've trimmed the location column. Now the next thing we're going to do is to bring out the year, month and day from a particular date. So let's say this is 12/11/2018. So let's say this would be the year. I want to bring out the year, so I'll just write what? Equal to year. Then I'll pass in this date. Hit enter. I have what? 2018. So this brings out the year. Let's say I want to bring out the month. So I will do equal to month by passing this value. In my further Excel videos, I'll dwell mostly on dates. I'll dwell on dates, and we carry out lots of calculations on dates. Now for this one, I want to bring out the day, so I'll do equal to what? day, and I pass in this. So I click on here to fill it up. So I have the month, I have the year, and then I have the day too. Okay, so we're going to do some little data cleaning. Let's say sort, fill empty cells, then remove duplicates. Okay, then before we do that, what else can we do here? So now sometimes you could join, we join this now. Okay, let's create a new column called wages. Let's create a new column called wages. So let's pass in 230 here, leave here blank, 245, leave here blank, 219, 230, 233, leave here blank, leave here, we write something here, let's say 220, then 244. Now we'll have blank cells here. I have the blank cell here, 1, 2, 3. We can use the count blank to find the number of blank cells we have. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill these empty cells here with the average of what's this column. It's a constant practice in analysis. So I will first find the average. I'll say equal to average, open my bracket, then highlight all the values from here down to here, from K2 to K10, close my bracket. Then my average is 231.8333. So I'll highlight this wages column. I'll highlight the wages column. Then I'll go to home. Then you would see find and select. And I'll go to what? Find. Then find what? I want to find where there's a space. So I'll leave here empty. I'll click on what? Replace. Now find what? Leave it empty. Replace it with what? 231.8333. So wherever I have empty cells, I'll replace it with what? 231.8333. So I'll click on what? Replace all. So you can see all done. We made 3 what? Replacements. So this is how you fill empty cells in numeric columns. So I've filled all the empty cells with what? 231.8333. Now I'm going to sort. Sometimes you want to sort a column. Let's say sometimes I want to sort a column alphabetically. Now if I want to sort this department alphabetically, I'll just highlight this, then I'll click on home. Then I think there's a sort here. You will see sort and filter. Now if you click on the data ribbon, you will see sort. This is A to Z. So from A to Z, and this is from Z to A. But that's not what I want to do, because most times, except you have a surname, you have a name column, and then you want the first name to be first, and then the last name should be the first letters. A should come first, then Z should be last. Now, but ideally, sometimes you could have departments where you see accounts will be first, then after that HR. They could sort it based on ranking. So to sort alphabetically, all you have to do is what? Click on data, then click on the A to Z or Z to A. That's quite simple. But I want to customize my sort. Let's say I want HR to come first. Then after HR, I have accounts. Then I have sales to be the last. So let's say I want to pay HR first, or let them come first on my data. Then I will customize my sort. So you can see I have to highlight my column. Then I go to home. Then I click on what? This guy here, sort and filter. Then I wouldn't click sort A to Z or sort Z to A. I'll click on what? Custom sort. Now when I click on custom sort, I have to leave it here, which says what? Expand the selection. Now this means that, for example, Jerry is into sales. His ID is what? 3445. Salary is what? 33000. Now I want everything in Jerry's row. If I sort Jerry's, if I sort this department column, if Jerry is the very first item there, Jerry will move with his ID, salary, date, everything in the row will come up. If Jerry is the last item, if Jerry is at row 10, all of his documents, all of his items in the row will come down to what? 10. That's why you should remain in expand the selection. Then I'll click on sort. Then sort by, I'll click on department. That's where I want to sort. Now I'll leave this on cell values. I want to sort by what is inside the cell values. Then order. Then I wouldn't click on A to Z. I'll click on what? Custom list. So this is where I'm going to give a customized order. I'll click on add. Then I'll write HR first. Then I'll write account. Then I'll write what? Sales. I'll click on add. So you can see here I have what? HR, account, and sales. I'll click on OK. Then the order, you can see that the order comes like this: HR, account, sales. I'll click on OK. Then you can see that this has what? Sorted this by HR comes first, account, then I have sales. So let's look at Jerry. So Jerry is into sales, remember, and this was his salary. You see, everything about Jerry still what? Remains the same. That was because of the what? Expand the selection. So the next thing we're going to do now is to remove duplicates. Now, if, for example, I have SL here, I have SL, I have 2125, here I have Nancy, here I have sales, but here I have 26800. Let's say here I have 26800, and every other thing remains the same in this row. This row is not a duplicate what? Row. For this row to be a duplicate row, everything in that row must be the same. So let's say row 10 and row 11, everything there must be the same for it to be called a duplicate row. So most times we need to remove duplicate values. So now what we're going to do is we're going to manually create duplicate values. So I don't have a space here, so I'll insert more cells. I'll click on here, right click, insert cell, right click. Let me insert like one more cell. I'm going to duplicate 3 values here. So I'll go to row 3. You can see I'm in row 3. Copy everything there, paste it in row 11. So I'll have a duplicate value. Now go to row 5, copy everything there, paste it down. So I'll have a duplicate value. Then let's go to row 8, copy everything there, paste it down. So we could have a duplicate. So now we have what? 3 duplicate values. Now to remove duplicates, all we have to do is what? Select our entire data, then go to the data ribbon. Then you will see when you hover around here, this place after text columns, when you hover around here you will see what? Remove duplicates, and that's all you need to do. So when you click on remove duplicates, so it's highlighted all the columns for you. Just click on OK. So you can see 3 duplicate values found and removed. 9 unique values remain. So this is how to what? Remove duplicates in Excel. You can see it's quite quite easy and straightforward. Now we can say, let us highlight everywhere in salary. Let's find the high earners or the low earners. So let's say anyone who earns below 24,000 is a low earner, or anyone who earns below 25,000 is a low earner. Then let's highlight the person's salary and say low earner. So I'll highlight this column. I'll go to home. Then I'll see what conditional formatting. I'll click here, and I'll see highlight cell rules. So I will say now, because I want this, I'll say more than. I'll click on here. Then highlight format cells that are more than. I'll put that are more than. Okay, I meant to say that are less than. Okay, let me go back. I'll go to home, conditional formatting, highlight cell rows that are less than. So anywhere that is less than 25,000 is a low earner. So you can see now light fill with what? A light red fill with dark red text. If I click on OK, so everything here you can see that this person is a low earner, and this is also a low earner. Then I can say I can also highlight, let's say wherever I see account, I highlight it for the department. So I'll just select this, then I'll go to home, conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. Then I'll say, now because this is a text, I'll write what? Highlight cell rules, text that contains. Then I can now write maybe sales. Wherever the cell contains sales, I what? Fill it with what? A light red fill. Click on OK. So it does that for me. So that is it for the part 1 of data cleaning. Now the part 2 is where I'll go much more in details. I'll work on an actual data. Then we'll use Power Query to clean like 2 or 3 sets of data. You can remove some of the rows and carry out so many cleaning on it. You don't want to miss my next video. So thank you for watching this video. All you have to do is what? Like, share to your friends and family, subscribe, and turn on the bell notifications. So see you in my next video. Thank you very much.